Hi, welcome to Chit Chat with your favorite broker, Lindsay Williams. Today I am joined by my associate, Stephanie, who is here to talk a little bit about herself and her love of real estate and staging and all the things that she does, and a little bit about her so you know if she is the agent that you need to have on your side for your housing journey. So, Miss Stephanie, thank you for being with me today. Why real estate? Let's go there. Why real estate?
So I grew up in a family of real estate. My dad's been in commercial and residential real estate for the last 40 years. So for me, it was just a natural fit, just something that I always wanted to do and something that my family encouraged me to continue.
Nice. And when you think real estate, what is it that puts your heart in this career path?
So for me, I love to see people end up with the result they want. It's all about how they feel at the end of our journey together and that they're satisfied that they ended up where they want to be. So that brings me a lot of satisfaction when they're happy with the end result, the house that they live in or the house that they move to, or both.
Perfect. And before real estate, what was life like? What was the career path? How did that lead you to be a better realtor?
Sure. So I think that's actually one of my strong suits in this industry. My first job out of college was a wedding and meeting planner. So I've literally been bringing people together my entire career path. So whether it's a bride and a groom or a house and a house, it's just kind of been part of who I am. After I did that, I worked in apartment leasing for years. I did luxury rentals. After that career path, I worked in marketing. So I worked for a company that was acquired by Shutterfly, where I learned my marketing foundation. I used to sell print materials, business cards, ads, websites, all things marketing. It's still a passion of mine to make sure that my marketing and my signage is top tier in representing the brand. A lot of people will say you've had a really interesting career leading up into this point, and I think that a lot of that has guided me and helped me. Right before I did this career, I was an insurance agent for 6 years with Aflac, and again, helping people kind of fill the needs they have in their life, not a sales pitch or selling people things they didn't need, but actually filling an actual gap and providing a solution for them and a consultative approach, which still helps me today.
Right. So I would assume with that 6-year period of time, there's a lot of compassion and empathy and things like that are easy transferable into this career path.
Yeah, and absolutely paperwork as well. I learned my entire foundation of completing paperwork before I became an agent, because it's crucial in the insurance industry that you have everything I's and T's dotted, crossed, all the things to make sure everything is complete, as it is in this career as well. Yeah.
Right, for sure, no doubt. All the paperwork, right? All the things that no one sees us do behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. So if you were to say your perfect client, what type of transaction do you like? What type of buyer or seller? What do you feel most drawn to? What do you think your biggest strengths are? And it doesn't have to be just one if there's more than one, but I know where I would think. But what do you think?
So for me, ever since I've started, I've honestly had two clear client bases that I work with. Not a lot in between, to be honest. So for the last 6 years, I've been teaching first-time homebuyer classes with the Morgantown Fairmont Housing Authority. There'll be 10 to 12 people that are looking to buy a house, and I have been the realtor for that class sporadically, like I said, through the last 6 years, helping them every step of the way. You know, Lindsay, it can be really overwhelming when you're a first-time home buyer. You don't know the questions to ask, you know, what to do if something comes up as a roller coaster moment, how to navigate it. So I think I'm really good at helping kind of calm nerves and provide that calm guidance that first-time home buyers really need.
Right.
And then the second group of people that I consistently work with are going to be more $500,000 and up, clients that are moving out of the area, who don't want to leave a vacant house behind, that can utilize my services as a home stager to soft stage their home to kind of take the chill off of it. So when people walk in, they're seeing comforting things like the lamps and the rugs and the paintings and just those little touches that make it feel not so cold while the sellers are moving on to their next destination, usually out of state, to be honest.
Right, for sure. And I think that, one thing that you do very well is build those connections and that repeat business. Mm-hmm. So I think, we talk a lot with the other agents that I've been chit-chatting with, but about how we are relational and not transactional. I think you do that really well. Do you want to touch on that any?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I took the Forever Agent coaching class through Berkshire Hathaway 2 years ago for an entire year, which kind of taught me, or more instilled in me, what it really means to be a forever agent, what it really means to walk your clients through every phase of their life changes, what it means to help their friends and family. And for me, what that means is my entire book of business last year was 95% comprised of repeat clients, the clients that I've either helped buy and sell or buy or sell. That type of thing is vital in the economy because, the last 3 years have been a little challenging in the market. And so for me to have that solid base and be able to count on them to come to me when their life changes is something that I really appreciate, and I've worked hard for to maintain those relationships. For sure.
Yeah, I do. I definitely think it's a huge honor when you've worked with someone let's be honest, buying a house and selling a house, that's stressful times, right? So Absolutely. If you don't have that agent with you to help steer that ship and make sure that it makes it to port at the right time and on time and all safe and everything like that, it's stressful, and it can be stressful on relationships. It can be stressful on the buyer or the seller. So when people come back to you, there's no better testimonial, I guess, I think, than when they come back to you. And also when they're like, this is my person, I had such a great experience with this agent. I'm going back there, and anyone I talk to goes back to this agent, I think that's super amazing. And
I actually have one family I've worked with in particular for the last 3 years, and I've helped them on either 6 or 7 transactions total. I helped on sell a townhouse, then I helped buy a single family, then I helped sell that single family, buy another single family, then I helped buy some land, then I helped find the builder for the land, and then I most recently helped another person in that family buy a single family house. And then just 2 months ago, helped yet another person in that family buy a townhouse. So just in one family, I think I've had 6 or 7 transactions, and the trust is something that just warms my heart almost, because I've been their person in their family for the last 3 years, and
it feels good, right?
It does feel so good.
It's like an honor.
Yeah.
When someone comes back to you and when you have that relationship and you really feel like part of their family too, right?
Yeah.
I do love that. Okay, so why Berkshire Hathaway? Why this company?
So I started 7 years ago when we were just Touchdown Home Pros Realty. And since I've worked in a lot of corporate environments before I came here, I guess I've really appreciated the transition to a national brand and the branding that allowed me to display when I'm representing myself out there as an agent. It's very professional, polished looking, and that's something that's very important to me. And also having a hands-on broker like you is very important to me, because when things get stressful, you're always a calm voice to help us get through the process and make sure everyone's calm and copacetic and things are moving forward and the communication's awesome at the end of the day. So those things to me are essential, I would say. I'm not an agent that would prefer to work for a small company. I'm an agent that prefers to work for a larger company with kind of a local feel, if that makes sense.
Right. For sure. So before real estate, before all the things we've talked, your family was in real estate and you have those roots. But what did growing up look like? What does North Central West Virginia give you? Where are you from? Born, raised, all of those fun things. How does this compare to your upbringing?
So I grew up near Erie, Pennsylvania, so I'm a PA native. I did go to Slippery Rock University and got my Bachelor of Science in Resort Management, Tourism, and Recreation with a business minor. I have always loved who, I guess, the people surrounded me were in terms of that industry, because they're very friendly, very willing to help. I've always been in sales. I started selling when I was 14 years old. Right. I worked at the Morgantown, a local department store, selling shoes and dresses and perfume at the beauty counter. When I wasn't doing that, I was usually skiing with my family. I grew up as a ski instructor for 6 years. I taught little kids how to ski, teenagers, adults, everyone the love of skiing, which is a lifetime sport. So that was an important part of my upbringing. What else? I have 2 brothers. They both live in Pittsburgh, so I frequent that area quite a bit. Okay. We enjoy the sports that is right at your fingertips there, the great dining. I do think this area is pretty similar to where I grew up. There's a lot of outdoor activities here as well. There's very friendly people. The climate and the landscape is pretty similar. So I do enjoy living here, and I do enjoy being in close-ish proximity to my family as well.
Yeah, for sure. Like close enough for a day visit, far enough away for a drop-in.
Yeah.
Right? That's always how I like to think of traveling. So when you look at the future, what do you see in your career?
So I've been a full-time agent since I've started. For me, it's just about building my business gradually. Like I said, having that foundation so that I have the solid future that I'm working for. There's nothing else besides real estate that I would rather do. I feel like, honestly, it sounds cliche, but it's in my blood and I love it and I'm good at it. So for me, I just see more of enjoying helping clients and helping them find their door or shut their door, depending on what phase they're in. And then driving home and doing a little celebration in my car, because I know that I worked hard to get them to where they wanted to go.
Nice. Wonderful. Okay, so let's do, at the end of these, I always do a fast fire 4 to 6 questions, whatever comes to my mind. So let's do that to make you not a realtor, not a mom, just a human. So if there's that human connection, someone can fill that with you. You ready?
Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Green. What do you wear all the time?
Black.
What shade of green?
Oh, deep hunter green. I love it. I want to wear it. I want to paint it on my walls. I love it so much. I recommend it to all my clients. It's just a comforting, rich color, and I cannot get enough of it.
So, jewel tones.
Yeah, I even painted my basement that color this year.
Yeah. I do love it. It's so great. What is your favorite meal? What is your favorite thing to cook?
Crab legs. I worked at Red Lobster during college, and I don't think there's an amount of crab legs that I could get sick of. I cook them at home in a pot. I dump a can of beer in with them to get rid of kind of the ocean flavor, and I just love crab legs. I mean, I love them so much. They're my favorite.
And you do like being in the kitchen. You enjoy cooking?
I love cooking. I love making soups and chilies and homemade pasta sauce and desserts. Yeah, I'm a foodie. I grew up in an Italian family where food is like life, and that's what you did. You got together with your family and you ate, and that's what I do for my family too. It's like a love language. Yeah, for sure, right? Being able to nourish someone and just shine in the kitchen, it's so fun. I love that. And I have a new kitchen. We gutted our kitchen and we redid it 3 years ago. So when my clients will come to me and ask me, you know, what should I do to improve the value of my house? And I'll say, well, I did a new roof, I did a new deck, and I did a new kitchen. I'll tell you all about mine. And then we can have contractors talk about yours. Yeah, for sure. That is awesome. Okay, last one. You are in your car, going to a closing, going to a listing presentation, either one. What's the scene in your car? Do you have a hype song? Do you listen to music? Is it quiet time? What are you doing? I'm laughing. I do have a hype song. I have an actual hype. I listen to Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars every time I have a closing. It's my theme song, and it's just my little celebration song that I listen to in my car. And it makes me feel happy and sometimes relieved, but mostly happy that we reached the end of the transaction, and then I look forward to keeping in contact with my customers after that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. So Bruno Mars is coming to Pittsburgh in 2026. Are you going? Did you know?
I did not know. I'll have to look at my calendar and figure that out.
I looked at tickets. Man.
Maybe not.
I was like, oh, Bruno.
It may be celebrating in my car from now on.
You're killing me. But he is coming to Pittsburgh. So watch that. Keep your eyes open for that. But thank you so much for all your kind words and for being so willing and open and honest with all of these things, so we can tell all of our friends out in social media land how wonderful the members of our team are. So Stephanie, of course, we will put all of her contact information in the post with this. If there's anything that she can do to help, please reach out. She is a wonderful member of the winning team. Thanks for joining Chit Chat. Thanks, Stephanie.
Thanks, Lindsay.